Another recording. Alright, word. We got another video. Let's hop on in. We got the goat. I know you're still there. I see you. You ready? Let me make sure my audio's all good and everything. Alright. Test. Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Audio seems fine. Cool, word. Alright, word. We got Silent Hill 2006 versus Silent Hill Revelation. Video just came out not too long ago. You, the viewer, you should check this out as well. Anybody else on YouTube watching this? Hello, YouTube. Time to watch Peak. Let's jump into this shit.
Video game movie adaptations. They are a mixed bag. Mainly live action movies to be
Oh, I forgot that one
of
happened.
the most notorious ones being to be specific, one of the most notorious ones being
This happened? I didn't know this happened. This is news to me. I didn't know House of the Dead had a movie. And it looks... interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was Hellboy for a second when it popped on screen.
yeah. Okay, let's be real. This one was so bad, no one is talking about it. I'll do you one better.
You're alive. Too bad you will die.
Mortal Kombat.
But hey, it's not always doom and gloom with these types of movies. Hell, there are even some good scenes in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, like the scene where
Sometimes
Jax fights Cyrax, and he performs a cool backflip. Speaking of Jax, I'm sure by now that many of you know of that scene. You know the one.
Oh boy.
Brings a tear to my eyeballs. Seriously though, that right there is one of the best scenes throughout the whole movie. Very inspiring, no joke. Back to what I was saying earlier, there are actually some video game adaptations that are actually good. Like I said, it's a mixed bag. Yes, even when I was young, there were some movies that were not amazing, but they were still worthy of a watch. Like, you know, Mortal
Some.
Kombat. But the first movie, that one wasn't perfect, but damn it, I'd be lying if I said it isn't fun to watch, especially with friends. And there's another movie, one that was a mixed bag. But
Oh, you
at
got
the
your
same
popcorn?
time,
Perfect time.
a decent enough movie to watch. And since I was young, it of course was an entirely different experience. A horrifying experience. You guys already know. April 21st, 2006, the Silent Hill movie hit theaters and did well at the box office, grossing $100.6 million worldwide. However, despite it doing well at the box office, the same cannot be said about the reviews. It's a mixed bag. If there's anything that I really do appreciate
Mixed bag,
this
yep.
movie for making me do is research more about Silent Hill in general, as I mentioned before in my introduction to Silent Hill video. Me personally, if you know nothing about Silent Hill, appreciate this movie for making me do is research more about Silent Hill in general, as I mentioned before in my introduction to Silent
YouTube viewers, you gotta check that video out too. It's also Peak. Check it out immediately. Shameless plug.
Hill video. Me personally, if you know nothing about Silent Hill and want to watch the movie, I highly recommend it. Forget about the fans of the games or the game and just sit back, relax, maybe grab a friend or family member, some popcorn, and immerse yourself in the Silent Hill cinematic universe.
And be ready to take the piss. Shoot the shit a little bit. At least for the second one.
Hell yeah. Being a fan of the game, you are instantly going to recognize this theme song. I had no idea this came from the first game. So we hear a woman shout her daughter's name. Sharon. Sharon is missing in the middle of the night.
Why is she screaming like that?
Catches up with her sleepwalking daughter and finds her at the edge of a cliff. The kid seems to be in a trance. We get a cinematic zoom into the waterfall, and it quickly turns into a rusty dumpster fire. For a split second, at the very bottom, we see another little girl with
Hey, yo. Crazy ass visual. Oh my goodness. You fucking kidding me? What the fuck? If I ever look down a cliff and see that shit, I'm throwing a rock. What the fuck?
up. Sharon begins to fall, but her mother catches her just
Hell
in
no.
time. Whew. As the husband takes his sweet old time to catch up, their daughter screams. Looking at this scene again, I gotta give props to the mom. She
Asylum instantly. The fuck? Silent Hill! Silent Hill! Asylum, bitch.
ran out that house fast, while Ned Stark was looking for his hood. No wonder how Stark failed. Upon hearing her daughter shout Silent Hill, it soon revealed that this isn't the first time she's mentioned that place.
No. Obviously, you don't got your kid on therapy or some shit.
Rose comforts her daughter. Then the title card fades in with the amazing Silent Hill 2 track, Ordinary Vanity, setting the tone for the movie. The next
Fire song. Fuck you mean the parent is like, oh, yeah, this isn't the first time she screamed Silent Hill and looked outside like this. Like, what? The fuck?
day, we see a mother and daughter spending time together on a beautiful, peaceful day. But
Alright,
Rose
word.
explains to her daughter about a special trip they're going on. Because of Sharon's sleepwalking episodes, they're going to Silent Hill. Sharon, of course, doesn't remember screaming Silent Hill, but her mother reassures her that that's why they are going there. Rose
Huh? No. Hell no. You mean to tell me, right? Alright. Walk me here, right? Parent says, yeah, you used to scream this location a lot when you were a kid. You tell them, I don't remember saying that. Why are you still taking me there? The fuck? Take my ass home. The fuck? I'm not going to no fucking place called Silent Hill. I was yelling it as a child. Okay, so children say dumb shit all the time. Don't fucking take me there. If I'm like 3 years old and I go outside of my fucking window, start screaming California, and I start convulsing, years later when I'm 16, you're gonna take me to fucking California? Nigga, don't take me to no fucking California.
Roses' phone begins to ring, but she hangs on. Sharon asks if her dad's coming with her.
Bruh.
Rose tells her it's just going to be her and mommy. Oh boy. All right, Laura.
Sus.
Play that piano. We cut back to the house.
Okay.
The husband gets irritated trying to call Rose. He goes to his computer and searches up ghost towns of America. He sees Silent Hill of West
Oh, this nigga cooked.
Virginia.
Oh, this family's so cooked. Fuck.
No, knowing full well where his wife is going, and grabs up the rest of House Stark to go on a hunt to find them. I'm sorry. A friend of mine a while back introduced me to Game of Thrones, and I cannot look at Sean Bean and not call him Ned Stark. Real?
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. That nigga low key. You mentioned Game of Thrones. I already know what happens. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. There's no escape.
Drives to the gas station. Suddenly, a police motorcycle stops near the entrance of the restaurant. Rose looks around in the car, while her daughter is pretending to be asleep. Look at her eyelids. They're shaking, and notices cool looking, but concerning sketches on Sharon's sketchbook.
Oh,
Rose asks
hell
Sharon
no.
if she drew these, and Sharon starts to freak out, catching the officer's attention. Rose walks into the restaurant. Meanwhile, Officer Nosy Ass walks over to the car and asks Sharon if everything's alright, to which Sharon...
Why this officer low-key dressed like the T-1000? Like, am I tripping? Out here looking like a liquid metal ass motherfucker.
responds with. Rose exits the restaurant, finding out her card was declined. She calls Ned and tells him that ain't gonna stop her. They go back and forth on the phone and Rose hangs up. As Rose enters her car, Officer Nosy Ass asks her if she needs any help. Rose tells her they're fine. Twice, by the way. I ain't trying to say anything, but you already know what time it is when a T-1000 asks if you...
That's crazy. Okay, so I'm not the only one who fucking thought that. Alright, cool.
Need any help. It isn't asking, it's demanding. Rose leaves and continues her drive to Silent Hill. Look at this amazing shot right here. It's so nice. While Rose is driving, the track from Silent Hill 3,
I'm cooked. That's so funny.
Plays. Honestly, I like this. I might be wrong, but this has to be a nod to the scene in Silent Hill 3 where Heather, who Sharon is based off of, is also seen riding in the car with someone else as well. And obviously, throughout this movie, there are several nods and references to the game. It's a nice, comfortable drive. Then several nods and references
W
to
GIF.
the game. It's a nice,
W reference.
drive. Then suddenly, sirens.
Uh-oh. Mortal Kombat 1.
The T-1000 from earlier begins to approach the car. At the same time, Rose notices the road sign. Silent Hill?
Uh-oh.
Rose breaks through the gate, blocking the entrance to Silent Hill, scaring the shit out of Sharon. Not too long after, police sirens are heard from behind.
You ain't gonna outrun him. The anti-copyright eyes. Hey, yo. Wait a minute.
Watching this for the
Have I
first
seen
time
this
had
one
me
before?
Stressed.
That scene was
Now
mad
see
familiar.
Rose waking up, but this time things seem different. You know, the same similar thing happened at the beginning of the movie. Sharon was missing, but this time it's going to be a journey. And of course, another nod to the game where Harry wakes up and Cheryl is missing. Rose desperately calls out for Sharon and anyone for help. So peaceful.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even peep that was like a different clip fading in. I was like looking at it like, oh, what is that she's running to? I didn't even but now that I like comprehend what I'm looking at, I'm just like, how the fuck did I not see that's what that was?
Rose runs a bit,
Oh my
then
goodness.
notices the snow isn't snow, but ashes. Fun, not so fun fact, Masahiro Ito, creator of this beloved creature right here, really dislikes when people ask him, is it snow or ash? To which
It's
he
snow.
responds with, anyway,
There you
Rose
go.
notices a big sign, welcome to Silent Hill. She enters. She yells out Sharon's name, then sees a little girl. Rose chases after her. She runs through alleys and eventually sees the girl run down some stairs. Rose follows and slowly starts to walk down the stairs.
Not the Joe
calling
Swanson.
out to her daughter. Then,
Oh, the siren. So nostalgic. I remember that. Back in the day, oof.
This isn't your average everyday darkness. This is advanced darkness.
God, just imagine hearing a loud ass siren and everything turns dark. Especially in a town with no electricity. So real quick, I saw Moist Critical reviewing this movie, and he pointed something out that I missed actually. Rose walking through the alleyways is also a nod to Harry walking down the alleyways. And I'm not just talking about the intro sequence. I'm talking about they're literally trying to copy off of the game, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
She eventually
Damn.
walks around some fences and hears a noise. It's that little girl again. Rose follows her, but is distracted by a corpse. It hangs from the fence, still breathing. Rose turns around.
To be
and sees
fair,
a
a
great
breathing
shot.
corpse is a
Those are
little
enemies from the
distracting.
game. Then suddenly, a horde of them, they start goo goo gagaing all over Rose until she finds a door. She busts in there. I'm aware of these stereotypes in movies, but why are these dummies tripping over nothing? I mean, I guess she pushed the door open so damn hard she fell. But come on, man. You could get your ass right back up in a jiffy. But fear probably crippled her. Who knows? Rose wakes up
She was a
screaming.
little scared to get up.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?
Rose continues to run like before, but she
Fire
ends up at
song.
the end of a road. Behind her, a woman speaks. Rose asks her if she's seen her daughter and shows her the necklace with a picture of Sharon on it. The woman freaks out on Rose, saying she's mine. Rose runs up.
Holy shit, I did see this movie. Wait a minute, I remember that scene. That sounds mad familiar. But when did I see this movie? Why are the sirens nostalgic to me? Huh, interesting. Now I'm confused with myself. Maybe. Word. Yeah, might have been movie night. Might have been
Back to
movie
the
night.
car. But before she can get there, she sees a sketch on the road. She yells out for her daughter and then goes to the car, sees another drawing. It's a sketch of a school.
Isn't the Cheryl sketchbook? She's at the school.
Rose goes into
The
her
school.
car. She calls her husband, leaves a voice message, then tries to start the car. It doesn't work, and so Rose is getting arrested and is
Hey,
confused as to why. To
in
be
Silent
fair,
Hill?
kind of, you know.
You followed her in
Officer
there?
Bennett tries to call her base, but there's interference. Meanwhile, Ned is driving to the path to Silent Hill to find his wife and kid. While doing so, he listens to his wife's voice message, but it's garbled. Ned is soon stopped by a police brigade. They are blocking the bridge, and Ned tells the detective that his wife is missing. The detective says they found the vehicle his wife was using, but it's empty inside. As a husband, I could not imagine the pain I'd feel hearing that no one is inside the car. Like the fuck. The detective mentions that he has a cop that also went the same way, and is probably looking for Ned's wife and kid, and we all know how that's going.
Stupid cop.
Back in Silent Hill, Sybil and Rose are walking and talking until Sybil notices the end of a road as well. Goodness, like what do you do in a situation like this? You're at a place where you can no longer escape because of the roads being gone. I'd pray. Sybil and Rose walk back until Sybil sees someone or something walking in the distance. The closer they get, the more their devices start to act up. This thing gets closer and it has a hole in the middle of its body. It spits out acid on
Hey,
Sybil, making
yo.
her take off her jacket and helmet. Rose uses this opportunity to run away.
I didn't know they had monsters with the power of bus in Silent Hill. That's crazy. Lock that nigga up.
Rose soon makes it to the school and tries to find her daughter. She explores the school and eventually finds a flashlight. Rose continues to explore. She hears a sound and runs to it. Then she sees a birdcage and some strange men in suits. That's not Sharon. Rose runs away into a
Men in suits? They got men in black?
She enters a classroom looking for her daughter. She opens up one of
That's
the
gotta be
desks
Will
and
Smith
sees
for
a
real.
book that is named Alessa Gillespie. The words witch is marked on the book too, as well as the desk. We then get a glimpse of kids bullying the poor girl, calling her a witch. Then suddenly, a kid runs through the halls. Rose chases after her and follows her into a restroom. Rose hears crying and carefully opens stall after stall until she reaches the last one. Oh God.
Oh, hell no.
Nice wire art project we have here. Rose is, understandably, repulsed. She hesitantly reaches
fair.
for the key in his mouth. This scene right here is so stressful. I was covering my ears, waiting for a jump scare or whatever the hell was about to happen. But Rose successfully retrieves the key. She attempts to leave the bathroom, but sees guards are outside. Rose closes the bathroom door and desperately tries to lock it. Then their little bird in the cage starts to fly, making them run out of there. And as per usual,
Uh-oh.
the siren rings out, moving
Siren
down,
time again.
causing reality to to change right before Rose's eyes. The walls peel and rust begins to show, but things become even more stressful as the janitor comes to life, slowly
Hey, yo.
sliding out of the stall with his tongue wiggling like a predator, touching the wall, making disgust.
Now I gotta run that back.
Things become even more
Oh
stressful
my goodness.
as the janitor comes to life, slowly sliding out of the stall with his tongue wiggling like a
It was well read. It was well read. I was in it. I was immersed. Then I see this this fuck nigga staring at me. This goofy ass. Old cupcake one. Like a predator. Ah, my ribs. Nah, that took me out. Oh. 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 Oh, I need to catch my breath. I can't.
predator touching the
Oh my goodness, that face. Oh, that face is destroying me. Oh. Alright. Alright, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
wall, making disgusting, veiny roots grow from it. Rose runs out of there, and we soon hear the janitor scream in agony. Rose runs down the stairs and witnesses the guards also being eaten alive by the insects. At the same time, Ned and the detective
goodness.
are at the same school. But
Nah, that got me,
unfortunately,
man. That
they
was
cannot
good.
find Rose. This part is sad. They literally show you areas where Rose and her husband are at. They are literally right there in front of each other. Speaking of sad, Rose breaks down crying. Holy Sybil, she's here! Sybil saves Rose just in time. They lock themselves in a room, then hear a knife dragging on the floor. It stabs through the door twice. Then insects enter, as well as a giant arm. Sybil shoots the arm,
Big man himself?
causing Pyramid Head to moan in pain and retreat. This makes the insects slowly die, and everything begins to go back to normal? Sybil is literally flabbergasted. She looks all around and is like, what in the fuck? Was that real?
Shit,
Rose
I don't
shows
blame her.
Sybil the next location where they need to go, and that is the hotel. We are back to Ned and the detective. Ned is annoyed that they aren't telling him everything, and the detective is like, shut the hell up. So Ned calls about the police records for Silent Hill, and they also tell him to shut up.
Police records? No, no, listen,
Sorry, sir, I
I
can't
have the time. Listen, goddammit.
Rose and Sybil are out and about. They reach the hotel and hear some commotion come from it. They see a woman throw some shit at Dahlia, so they subdue the girl. Rose takes a butter knife from her and goes over to Sybil to look for more clues. Sybil finds a sketch from Rose takes a butter knife from her and goes
Looks
over
like a
to
big
Sybil
ass
to look
butter
for more
knife.
clues. Sybil finds a sketch from someone's mail. 111. So they go to room 111. It's raining. Ned is outside about to commit a crime. Hopefully, the Lannisters aren't near. Ned breaks into Bram's archive literally after it closes. And I guess they're so damn cheap they don't have an alarm system? He ruffles around some files.
Who
and
needs
finds
one, I
info
guess.
about a girl that looks like his daughter. Rose, Sybil, and Anna walk through the hotel and eventually find room 111. Behind a painting that is similar to the sketch Sybil saw. They go through it, jump into another building, and Rose spots that little girl. Also, this building is wrecked, burned down to hell. Rose hears the girl
Yeah, they need a
cry.
little
She
bit of light
carefully
spring
makes her
cleaning.
way over there and gets a good look at her.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Could be her twin.
Not trying to go on a tangent, but despite the negatives, being a fan and watching this movie can be fun at times. I'm now noticing all the nods and references to the games. Regardless of whether it's bad or good, I still think it's cool. Rose asks the girl if she's Alessa, and the girl's like, I'm burning. Rose then snaps out of it and sees no one there. Rose explains that she saw Alessa, but then again, the birds begin to fly. We all know what happened the last time a bird started to fly.
Uh-oh.
They reach the church. This makes Rose stare at it for a bit, and it reminds her of that sketch she saw earlier. All of a sudden, multiple people start to come out from hiding and run to the church as well. Dahlia is also there, trying to get Sybil to not enter that church. Rose talks to Dahlia about Alessa, but the darkness gets to them. Rose and Sybil run into the church, while Dahlia is left outside. You know who's also left outside? Anna, the girl that was throwing random shit at her face. And then, well...
Of course. Oh, big mad.
Can't show that. Wow, definitely can't show that. Rose and Sybil are now in the church with the other weirdos. Someone yells, and we see this woman in blue come out. Her name is Christabella, and from the jump, I already despised this woman. Look at her smug-ass face. We are at an orphanage. The kids are praying with the nun before bed.
Goofy
Ned is
name.
outside in the hall and asks about his adopted daughter. The nun can't give information about her, and Ned gets aggressive with her. Then, the detective shows up and begins to arrest Ned for what he did earlier. A Lannister in disguise, I tells ya. But the detective takes the time to sit down and explain more about Silent Hill and Alessa. Too long didn't read. He explains that the Alessa girl was burned and gives him a choice to go to jail or go home. We are back to Rose and the gang.
Go to jail
Rose
or go
and
home.
Christabella talks about finding Sharon and Faith. Eventually, a couple of dudes along with Sybil and Rose begin to embark on this hellish journey. I love this little convo Rose and Sybil have.
Sharon's adopted, but I'm your mother. I knew that from the moment I first laid eyes on her.
He's lucky to have you. Mother is God in the eyes of a child.
So I did some research and found out that the quote is real. A literary quote by William Makepeace Thackeray. So, they all arrive at the Brookhaven Hospital. Room
Interesting. I did not know that.
B151 is where the darkness lies. Christabella also tells Rose she'll pray for her. Yeah, sure she will.
Right.
Rose is like, I got this. They
Thoughts
open
and
the
prayers
elevator
to save yourself from the darkness.
Before that can even happen, Christabella begins to give Rose the necklace she lost. That is until...
Her child is the likeness of Alessa.
Damn! Damn! Fuck's she doing in this movie? Put her ass in Tekken. God damn. Swinging, swinging. Oh nah, yeah, put her in Tekken.
Time, I love you, Sybil. As Rose falls,
She
Sybil
got
gets
hands.
jumped and beaten, police style.
We're gonna straighten you out!
This'll fix you.
Rose enters the dark depths of the hospital.
That's
She
crazy.
begins to remember where she needs to go.
That's crazy.
And eventually makes it to...
Oh, I remember this scene. Yo, they were hitting that. You know, it's really crazy because, like, we know damn well, right? 10 more people in this chat right now. I know damn well somebody would be like, would. You know what I'm saying? Statistically, right? Like, I know for a fact somebody seeing this without hesitation would. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, would. I'm just saying. I would. Uh-oh, they're stabbing each other. Wood. That's all I'm saying, man.
So
like,
Rose is
breast
cold.
tackles, you
She
know what I'm
has
saying?
won. Her reward? The truth. So, in a nutshell, Alessa was a good little girl. But bad things kept happening. Bad things. Really bad
Yep.
things.
EDP.
It got so bad that her mother couldn't even protect her. Dahlia was manipulated into giving up her daughter. She was taken and burned alive. She was taken to a hospital, and she was so angry, very livid, at the world for treating her this way. She was ready to crash out. And lucky for her, somebody was there to
Rightfully
help.
so.
Alessa touches the girl's hand, and chaos ensues. Rose uncovers her eyes, and is now in a room with a nurse, Lisa. She walks over to her, but Lisa walks away very frantically, almost as if she doesn't want Rose to see her. Shortly after that, Dark Alessa emerges from behind Lisa. Dark Alessa tells Rose that Alessa needs her help. Rose angrily asks, where's her child? But is told that Sharon isn't her child, but Alessa's. That child is what's left of Alessa's goodness. So Dark Alessa hid the child outside Silent Hill and dropped her off at the orphanage we saw earlier. Dark Alessa says she's the Grim Reaper and wants revenge. She tells Rose that Sharon will be purified. You know, just like Alessa was. Dark
Right.
Alessa absorbs herself into Rose so she can enter into the church. While that is happening, we get a good look at Lisa not having a fun time with her face. We now see Sharon. She needs to take cover fast because
Damn.
the Order is looking for her, but Dahlia protects her. Christabella says some bullshit, and we cut back to Ned.
Sybil Bennett, she found that boy. She spent 3 days holding on to him, keeping him alive until they were rescued. We know what we're doing.
Speaking of Sybil, she's about to
Right.
be burned at the stake. They literally
she knows what
mentioned
she's doing.
her
Come on
being
now.
detective right before this scene hits. I hate that so much. Christabella tells Sharon to bear witness to what's about to happen to Sybil. I hate you so much. Sybil calls out to her mother, and she dies. Rose shows up and gives people.
Oh, you
the
know
truth.
what? Maybe that's why she's not in Tekken. Damn. Oh, my bad, big dog. I didn't remember you died in this movie.
They
Pull
refuse
one
to
out.
listen and punch the hell out of her. She shoves them away and walks up to Christabella, and Rose falls, and the crowd is shocked. Krista drops her knife, holding her hands in the air. She of course lies and calls Rose a blasphemer. The followers act how they are supposed to act.
Yeah,
and
that would
yell,
make sense.
"Witch."
Maybe that's why she's a
But
DVD.
then the blood from the knife drips onto the ground. Then darkness approaches. No siren.
Uh-oh. You wouldn't burn a random girl. Oh, peak joke.
Rose stands, looking
that's
angry
peak.
after
That's
finally
hilarious.
knowing the truth. So Alessa Evil Dead's Krista, and she gets ripped apart. While that happens, Dark Alessa crawls from the hole and playfully skips around in the raining blood. While all this carnage is happening, one of the followers attempts to attack Rose, but fails as she stabs him. The second guy that looks like Snake
can
in
see
Marilyn
why.
Manson's
I can see
Love
why. That's
Child
your favorite
also
part of the
attempts to
video.
attack
It's peak.
Rose. But, well, he's kind of wrapped up at the moment. Rose rescues Sharon and tells her to cover her eyes. Meanwhile, Dark Alessa climbs up on the ladder. Sharon opens her eyes and
Hey, yo.
they both wake up and everything is quiet, peaceful. Rose and Sharon both begin to walk. They eventually walk past Dahlia, and Dahlia asks, why didn't she take me? And Rose tells her.
Mother's gone, innocent child.
They get in the car.
W
and it
callback.
works. Rose drives away, and the area where it seems as if the road is gone isn't gone. Rose and
Fire.
Sharon eventually return
Fire
home,
reference.
but the fog is still there. Rose enters her home, not seeing her husband. At the same time, Ned wakes up, feeling as if Rose is here, but she isn't. He walks over to the front door. Strangely enough, it's open. Ned looks outside while it's raining, and the movie fades to black. And that was the Silent Hill movie. I thought and still think this movie was amazing. The closest thing to a good video game adaptation. Yeah, sure, it has its flaws, but it also has its strengths. If you ignore the crazy fans, like me, or turn off the video game brain for a second, I think you'd appreciate this movie more. Emphasis on I think. I love the nods this movie has when it comes to the games. Aside from the soundtracks, there were a couple I noticed rewatching the movie. I love the characters too, especially Sybil. I think she was my favorite. Of course, next to the mom. Greatest of all time. I hated Christabella. Hated her. The character, not the actress. But that's good though. Her acting was so convincing. She did a great job. There were other things I didn't like, or was like, meh, or honestly kind of found funny, like how I can still hear Sean Bean's accent. I blame Game of Thrones, I'm sorry. Now, the actress that played his wife, on the other hand, did a good job. Yes, she also has an accent too. And yes, she does a good job covering up her accent better than Ned Stark. Another thing I've noticed that I didn't like is that they made Sharon a little bit too babyish. You know what I mean? Like look at her. Why is she sucking her thumb? Like, what's going on here?
Low key.
I get it. She's supposed to be pure and innocent, but seriously, come on. But I did love Jodelle in this. She was adorable and did it. This is her now?
She kind of bad though. Is that Frost?
Also, that.
Good edit. Fire edit. That's hilarious.
Janitor, him screaming in agony was music to my ears. Okay, it wasn't. It was actually pretty terrifying, but it's good that he was screaming in agony. You know what I'm saying? Here's a fun fact for you. Pyramid Head and the janitor are both played by the same guy. Speaking of Pyramid Head, he's cool as hell. But since I'm a die-hard fan, his inclusion makes no sense if you know the games or just played Silent Hill 2. But
I mean, like, low-key, even outside of knowing anything about the games, why was he there? Like, what did Big Man do? He really just showed up for a paycheck, it felt like. He said, listen, y'all niggas, like, Pyramid Head here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't put a Silent Hill movie out there without me in there. Give me the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just kind of appeared. It was cool to see him on screen, but what the fuck was he doing there? It's kind of weird. Like, deadass, he just pulled up to get paid. I don't understand what the fuck he was doing there, but
hey, whatever, I guess.
You know, like,
also, the part with the nurses was awesome too.
That was
the way
cool.
that they're all bunched up together is creepy as catch. The flashbacks and reveal of Alessa's backstory was sad, and it made you cheer her on as she slayed everyone in that damn church. Now, I don't want to change the mood or tone, but if you are a fan of the games and see the movies, I can see why people hate this film. Why isn't Harry the protagonist? Why is Pyramid Head in the movie? Why is Pyramid Head buff? Why is she named Sharon and not Cheryl? Maybe it's for the best. Why does Sybil have to die like that? Who the f*** is Christabella? Why is Dahlia acting like that, not the antagonist of the film? I'm literally just going off my own head. I could be wrong, but you know, like I said, I can see why people who are a fan of the games do not like this film. But overall, I love the movie. But I loved how they did Dahlia in this movie. I mean, she was done dirty, but she wasn't crazy or antagonistic like her video game counterpart. They made you feel sorry for her. And I don't know, seeing her being like a loving mother that was manipulated into giving up her daughter, you know, it's sad, but I love this Dahlia. Also, where's Dr. Kaufman? You know what? Me personally, he could have been a good antagonist for this film. I don't know how they would have did it, but I think it would have been cool. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna cut it short and say the Silent Hill movie was a good movie. It has its flaws, but for me, I can overlook them. However, the same cannot be said with... Fast forward to 2012. The trailer for the second movie is on TV. So of course, I went to go see it with my family. Big mistake. So we went to see the movie, and it was trash.
I remember seeing this one myself, actually. I remember going out of my way to see this one. Revelations.
I'm keeping it real here. I love giving bad movies
Oh
a
my
chance.
God.
But this one is just straight ass. Silent Hill Revelation, a
Doo-doo
direct sequel
butter.
to the first Silent Hill movie, directed by
Boom.
Christopher Gans, is not made by Christopher Gans. This one is directed by MJ Bassett. Keep in mind,
Oops.
around this time, they had this, oh my god, 3D glasses gimmick going on.
Yep.
So if shit starts flying off of the screen for no reason, that's the reason. Without further ado, there's not Silent Hill 2. I'm not even going to call it that.
Silent Hill Poopy.
Now, so far, this looks promising. Imagine waiting to see a direct sequel to the Silent Hill 2006 movie, and you hear that siren? Oh yeah, let's see what they have to offer. So we see a woman run away from some cultists. She runs into a circus and hides. Next to her is a rabbit. For those who don't know, this is Robbie the Rabbit, making his debut in Silent Hill 3. So she's chilling near the rabbit, and the woman runs and sneaks away from the cultists.
Ain't no
onto a
way, bro.
merry-go-round. Surprise! Pyramid Head's there. What the fuck? Not making
Already?
sense so far, but it will later in the movie. Kinda.
Bro, at this point, that nigga Pyramid Head is a paid stripper. There's no way. He really be pulling up shirtless sometimes. He be pulling up, showing off his muscles that he has for some reason. It's ridiculous. They love showing him caked up for some reason. It's the weirdest shit. You know, put him back in his own game, man. Are we serious?
She backs up, confused, and behind her are extras from Hellraiser. Then,
You will never win.
so
Goth
Topic
Cheryl?
sets a ring of fire around the ride. Then she sets the woman
Umbrella
on fire.
Corporation.
Holy Ned Stark, it was a dream. Ned comforts her and tells her to promise him that she'll never go to Silent Hill.
You're not
Also,
wrong, like,
this is what Sharon
low
looks like
key.
now. So Ned dies. What else is new? It's Sean Bean. He dies in damn near everything he's in. Oh, it was another dream? That's pretty redundant. So Sharon falls back to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Did they really try to scare us with a Pop-Tart?
Pop-Tart jump scare is
Anyways,
crazy.
Ned talks to his daughter. Apparently, her fake name is Heather. She asks her dad, why
Heather.
Heather? And he says it's his grandmother's name. Oh, in a case you forgot, because I keep saying Ned, this guy's name is Christopher, but he changed it to Harry. Pretty cool nod, I guess. Ned gives her an early birthday gift, and it's a vest. The same one from her nightmare dream.
Uh-oh.
Keeping it real here. The two things I like so far is the relationship between Harry and Heather and her whole outfit. I think it's cool. Heather gets ready for school, and Ned tells her to remember the rules. No town, no school. Heather leaves, and Ned is seen with a
Okay.
journal that says Silent Hill. Ooh, spooky. Ned puts his picture frame of his family on the fireplace and flashes back to where he saw his wife in the mirror at their old home.
Hey, yo.
There's nothing you can do for me. Protect her. She's the one who matters now.
Rose tells Ned to protect Sharon and to never let them take
No,
her.
I love you or
Sharon
anything?
is
That's
behind
crazy.
Ned, and he's happy and all, but after relaying the bad news that Rose isn't coming back, Sharon cries and drops the seal of Metatron. Heather is about to walk
What?
off the bus.
The fuck was she doing with the seal of Metatron? Crazy work.
She sees a homeless man and hallucinates, almost gets hit by a car, and a random detective comes out of nowhere.
What the fuck?
Some people are beyond our help.
Damn, he's
That's
literally
crazy
reaching
work.
out.
What
Heather
the
tells him
fuck?
to fuck off and goes to school. Heather enters.
Old buddy's reaching out for help, and he's just like, homeless. Like, nigga, help him. You're the police. What the fuck?
Introduces herself to the classroom.
That's crazy.
This is the 5th school I've been to since I was 11. Me and my dad would move around. So I do this a lot. Just don't bother trying to remember my name because I'm sure as hell not going to remember yours.
Oh, okay, damn. The fuck?
Don't talk to me. We won't be friends. I won't IM you or Facebook you or tweet you, read your blog. And whatever you're thinking of saying or doing, don't bother because I've seen it before and I'm just guessing here, but I don't think there are too many original thinkers in this room.
This feels like such a pick-me girl opposite, like the opposite of being like a, oh, pick me, but like it feels like it wraps all the way around back to just being like pick me ass, just I'm not like other girls type shit. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like trying too hard to be different type shit. Don't even talk to me, I'm not like other girls type shit. Bruh.
Make it stop, please. Make it stop. It's so outdated. It's so outdated. It's so cringe.
Now, the next addition to our class.
Wait a minute. Is that my boy? Bro, what is up with 2% of the Game of Thrones cast being in Silent Hill movies? The class bell rings, and Heather begins to have a trip down old memory lane. Then this thing appears from the other end of the hall. Heather freaks out and backs into Jon Snow. Jon says he's lost, and he's like, I lost my way to class. Any ideas? Heather's all like,
How if I know?
Jon follows her and really wants to get to know her. But
Hey,
Heather
yo.
tells him that she really doesn't want to know anything here. Heather walks out and sees the detective again. She walks back.
Weird ass
bumping into
nigga.
Jon. Jesus, man, let her breathe. She calls her dad and he tells her where they can meet. But unfortunately for him, there's visitors. Ned tries to avoid them but fails. We are now at the mall, and Heather sits on the bench.
The mall?
Across from her
Oh,
is
no.
a birthday party full of
Oh, no,
kids
not
having
this scene.
fun. They also have a
Oh,
clown.
no.
Wow, literally the whole damn movie right there. Heather is beginning to feel paranoia, and it sets in when the balloon slowly rotates from Heather to Alessa. Now, this scene right here is where the movie slowly
Oh
started
god,
to lose
no.
me. As
Not
I'm
this
writing
scene.
this, I've lost count of how many times I sighed. I'm venting here because, like, in a theater, I was still hopeful that this movie was going to be good, but this scene right here slowly killed any of that hope I had.
This goofy ass editing, man. Like, what were they thinking? Dude. This shit looks so ass. They're trying so hard to be scary.
Heather runs away and almost bumps into a clown. Really? Clowns? Probably inspired that stupid ass epidemic in 2016. Douglas is still following her, and Heather is trying to get away. She tries to get attention from a security guard, and he looks like a living Halloween prop. She backs into the
Out
back
here looking
parts
like
of the
Smile.
mall and sees random ass butchers and... Bro, this shit is so ass. Heather freaks the hell out over how corny this is, and keeps on running away. That is, until Douglas meets up with her and explains he is a private investigator. He also gives her the cold, hard truth she can't handle.
Keep away from me!
Everything your dad ever told you is a lie.
Fuck you! He told me the
Do you know
truth!
why you don't remember anything from your childhood?
I was in a car crash. My mother died. I lost my memory.
No, there was never any accident. You were trapped in a place called Silent Hill. But your mother said she got you out. But they want
Uh-oh.
you back. Ask your dad. He knows that.
But behind Douglas, a random ass monster slices his fingers off. And oh look, Douglas, a random ass monster
Wait.
She got you out. But they want you back. Ask your dad. He knows that.
But behind Douglas, a random ass monster.
That monster, wait, wasn't that... Didn't that monster pop up earlier? The dude with the blades looking popping off his head. Didn't he kill someone else earlier, or am I tripping?
Ask your dad. He knows that.
But behind Douglas, a random ass monster slices his fingers off. And oh look, it's 3D, y'all look.
3D fingers.
Falls into the
Oh, he
elevator.
did. Okay,
Heather
word. I
opens
thought
the
I was
gate.
tripping.
And then Heather feels sorry enough to ask this dude,
Tell me who I am.
what? B-I-T-C-H. You really chose
Ah,
this
right,
time,
in the nightmare.
this
Okay, word.
time to ask this dude who just got like 4 of his fingers sliced off to tell you who you really are.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
He's trying to figure out where his fingers are.
Really can't stand the pacing of this damn movie. Everything is happening so damn fast, bro. Earlier, this girl got distracted by a bum, almost hit by a car, and sees a detective in the span of 3 seconds. Not only that, but this Vincent guy, who Heather doesn't even know, by the way, won't even leave her alone. Then she leaves the school, still gets followed by the detective. Then eventually, after her breakdown, the detective tries to tell her the truth and gets his fingers sliced off. Oh my god. So the monster
it's happening mad fast.
Doors open and falls onto the elevator ceiling. Unfortunately, they do not have this guy with them. They walk off the elevator, but Douglas unfortunately was behind Heather and gets bodied by this thing. Heather runs away into a broom closet and... Douglas is being rolled out, and the authorities find a bloody jacket. In that jacket is a photo of... That's not good. Heather, after John pops out of nowhere, scares the shit out of her, and she walks away from the crime scene. John catches up and walks Heather to her place. Oh my god, leave her alone. Damn. Jon Snow and Heather start to get to know each other. At some point, Heather says, fuck Facebook, because of course she would. Then it gets to the point
Absolute cinema.
About whatever the hell, I don't care. Then Robbie the Rabbit makes a cameo.
Again?
Heather tells John she doesn't like her reality. Then he tries to spit his light-skinned riz at her, but she laughs at him.
You're kind of funny, Heather. You're fucked up, but I don't know. I think you're goofy fun inside.
What? What did that nigga just say? What? There's no way he said that.
Skin riz at her, but she laughs at him.
There's no way.
Funny, Heather. You're fucked up, but I don't know. I think you're goofy fun inside.
There's no way. Who wrote this shit? Who wrote this shit? Alright, Jon Snow, here's what you're gonna do. Here's how you're gonna riz up this teenager, quote unquote. You're gonna walk up to her, right? And you're gonna say, you're kind of funny. You're a little fucked up, you know, but like, I think you're goofy fun inside. Nigga. There's no way they thought, yeah, you know, this sounds like teenager trying to shoot a shot romance, you know, like, what? This shit ass.
What? John says Heather's funny as hell, which is straight facts. I actually agree with that. And again, Heather really is funny though. Like, she makes funny comments as her adventure goes on.
What should I do?
Heather enters her home and...
No, dead ass. How do you do fellow kids as fuck?
Can it be any less subtle? I freaking get it! Heather frantically tries to find her dad, but he is nowhere to be seen. Then the doorknob starts to shake and turn, and surprise, it's Johnny Boy. She shows him an envelope in a wooden box, and there's notes that say Silent Hill this and Silent Hill that.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hilly. What the hell? They find a seal of Metatron and a gun. They are now in a car. Heather pulls a note out and reads it.
The map. The Dead by Daylight map. Damn.
The truth is, he wasn't just a random thief. He was sent to take you back to Silent Hill.
Had to put that nigga down.
People want you, they need you. They don't know why.
Bitch ass cultist. Eat knife.
Later, Heather reads more about Silent Hill, and as she is turning the page, you can actually see more monsters from Silent Hill 1 and other monsters. I think this part is kind of cool.
Alas's revenge was to summon a world of darkness filled with terrifying creatures. This one, it says, is her guardian.
Oh, hell yeah. Good to know he's consistent at least.
Pyramid Head is Alessa's guardian and executioner? Damn,
what?
That kind of sounds familiar, doesn't it? But before that, John says that Sharon shouldn't go to Silent Hill because he thinks it's what the Order wants to make her come back. Heather and John hug it out and she sleeps. Then a nightmare happens.
Uh-oh.
Heather wakes right back up and John reveals that he is the child of the Order. His purpose was to make sure good old Sharon returns to Silent Hill. Heather says that's impossible. The Order were trapped in Silent Hill, but John tells her it is possible to escape, and it requires a sacrifice. He further explains himself to Heather and tells her how bad and evil this Alessa girl was. But after hanging out with her for a bit, he realizes that that's not true. So that's why he was all up in her grill. Heather asks why her dad and not her, and John says she has to return at her own will. Alessa's power keeps the Order trapped, and she can't be destroyed until she is whole again. Things are getting out of hand, and the motel begins to look like the haunted apartment ending from Silent Hill 4. Heather makes the other world appear, and then John gets stabbed and Heather gets clocked. She wakes up and everything is back to normal? Of course it is. Heather walks and passes the Silent Hill sign. We then see familiar shots from the first movie. The nostalgia is already kicking in. As she continues her walk through the town, she hears a church bell ring. She follows it and walks into a scene of people that were burned at the stake. We then see a familiar face appear, Alessa's mother,
She's back.
Heather asks where her father is, but the siren rings out and Dahlia says the darkness is coming. Heather runs into
the darkness is doing what?
It's in a creepy ass hallway. She hears footsteps and laughing, then runs into a room full of mannequins. Bro, I swear, I know I mentioned not worrying about the games, but I can't help but to keep thinking about them. This
it's low key.
Here,
it's low key hard with this one, because like with the first one, you know, at least as a story, it was well put together. You know, you could tell they polished it a little bit. They did a little bit of upkeep on the house. This one, it felt like they just rinky-dink shoved it all together and said, "Guys, look at this house," and you're like, "Where's the stairs, nigga? Where's the windows, brother? Where are the sinks?" You know what I mean? Like with the other one, you could get away with like, okay, well, it doesn't reference this part and this part. You know, it's not one-to-one to the game, but like, you know, at least it's a nice functioning movie. This one is like, why are you rushing everything? What the fuck are we doing? What is happening? You know what I mean?
Compared to the game, is very different, much more creepier. Heather continues to look around the room full of mannequins until one of them is alive and looks at her. This, understandably, scares the shit out of her, and she starts to hear a random woman cry in the distance. That same woman becomes a mannequin. After that, Heather hears another woman call for help. Heather helps her, but while helping the woman, she says, "It's coming." I gotta admit, this thing right here looks pretty cool. Despite the obvious CGI, this thing is pretty creepy looking. Heather and the woman try to crawl through a hole, but the woman gets This thing is pretty creepy.
You know, low key, that thing kind of reminds me of what am I thinking of? That fucking monster from Evil Within. The long greasy hair and the spider looking thing from Evil Within. I forgot what it's called. I'll put it up in post. Little Nightmares antagonist. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't play Little Nightmares, so I don't know what the Little Nightmares antagonist looks like. But since you mentioned it, I'ma put that in the post as well when I edit this, because I don't know who that is.
Heather and the woman try to crawl through a hole, but the woman gets snatched up. We now cut to Ned being held captive, and Claudia Targaryen. Come on, y'all, look at her. Heather makes it out the hole and sees Brookhaven Asylum, where Leonard resides. She enters, and we overhear a phone call that sounds like Heather and her dad's phone conversation. Classic. Silent Hill messing with your head. She goes around into the office to pick up a flashlight and hears something dash outside. Just now realizing this, but this is reminiscent of that scene where Rose finds a flashlight in the office at the elementary school. Even the dash past the room part as well. Despite that happening in the classroom. God, I miss her. Heather sees Leonard's file.
Same here, man.
His room
Same
number,
here.
But not after suffering an opportunity attack from a random spirit Halloween monster.
Ain't no way this nigga was built for taking barrel down the throat like dick. That's crazy.
But not after suffering an opportunity attack from a random spirit Halloween monster.
Nah, ain't no way you deep-throated the barrel of a gun. That's crazy. That's what you built for? They did him so dirty.
She unlocks Leonard's room and enters. He's blind as a bat. Leonard and Heather begin to talk. That is until Heather mentions she has the seal. He needs to feel it. So she puts it in his hand. Leonard mentions that the seal unlocks the true nature of things. So he puts it in his chest and can finally see. He sees Heather for what she is and tries to strangle her. And Heather says,
Not today.
Hell yeah.
It's not over yet. Out of the darkness comes the true Leonard. He knocks out Heather, carries her, but she wakes up and takes the seal out from the hole in his chest. He then poofs away. That's it? That's...
What?
Oh, okay. Heather continues her journey and calls out for a lesson. Never mind.
What the fuck?
She gets assaulted by the asylum patients, but then the head honcho comes in.
Uh-oh, big man.
Head. He's annoyed at the noises being made and slices everyone's arms off. Heather escapes and still continues her journey.
He low-key think he a Chainsaw Man character.
A big shadow move. It's two dudes, and they're moving Jon Snow to a room full of nurses.
Uh-oh.
I will say, despite everything this movie has to offer, I think this scene is pretty tense. Literally, right when they put him in the room, the nurses react to the sound of the door opening. They act sporadic, swinging their scalpels at the men. Scared as hell. I don't blame them, I would be too. They yell at the nurses to get back and use their cattle prods to push them away. Okay, damn it.
Right in between the
tits?
tits?
They knew what they were doing. Lustful moans aside, this is worse because the nurses, being already feisty and violent, also reacting to sound, began to fight back and stab one of the guards in the shoulder with a big ass syringe. He falls and gets stabbed in the eye. 3D guys, look, 3D, she's stabbing all of us, look. The other guard desperately tries
he
to
low-key
help
deserved that.
but also gets jumped. Literally gets jumped Silent Hill style. Look at this. Hold the phone. They go to town on this dude and they freeze like statues. In my personal opinion, that's pretty creepy. Whoever they got to do the nurses, they did a good job because they are good at freezing in uncomfortable positions. So John tries to move, and of course, they start to react to him moving. He ever so slightly tries to calm himself. Whoa, where the fuck did she come from?
Hey,
bro,
yo.
that was literally comical. Why did she pop out from under the gurney like a Looney Tunes character? So Heather talks, and he also talks. I don't know if you heard me. He also talks.
What?
Given the situation,
I'm
that's
sorry?
kinda stupid, you know what I'm saying? They're both desperate, obviously. I mean, they could have whispered like this. John tells Heather where her dad is and that he can help her. She says fine and frantically begins to unlock him from the bed. The nurses start to swing and attack, but they fail. Heather and John finally escape, and of course, yet again, the nurses freeze.
Okay.
Like, look at this. Why clowns?
Bruh.
Clowns? They shouldn't even be here in the first place. They're so corny. John and Heather hide from the guards, who are now known as the Brethren. They kiss and... They kiss.
They kiss? Huh? Jon Snow, get the fuck out of here. Talking about some... Yeah, you're funny. You're kind of fucked up. But I think you're funny goofy inside. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Fuck you think you earned a kiss for?
Find that shit creepy. Heather sits there and begins to realize that this is just like her dream.
Yep.
Except no cheap rabbit jump scare. We are now at the merry-go-round. The ring of fire commences.
Umbrella.
And Alessa shows up. Oh my god, that makeup looks so goth. Like, it looks kind of cool, I guess, but compared to this, bleh. Alessa and Heather meet. Alessa explains that she gave Heather life so she could be free of the hell she went through. Heather says she needs to save her dad, and Alessa angrily tells her he is not mine, nor yours. Sacrifices have to be made. Heather yells, "Go to hell!" The two engage in a hug battle. I guess in a way, I mean, I take this as loving yourself, and Alessa needs a hug. I don't know, something like that. Oh yeah, and there's Pyramid Head. Alessa fades away, and Heather absorbs her. She finally like that. Oh yeah, and there's Pyramid Head. Alessa fades.
Oh, she low-key looked like, oops.
It's a way.
The grilled cheese version of herself for a second there as she's burning.
Absorbs her. She finally finds her father. She also sees Claudia. Claudia hates that Heather is here and touches her face. This makes Pyramid Head free from his chains. Claudia
What?
wants the seal of Metatron. Heather gives it to her to see who she really is. Surprise, surprise. She's that monster we've been seeing throughout the movie.
Ah,
But Pyramid
okay.
Head pops in just in time. They engage in combat. Since Alyssa and Sharon are now one, that means Pyramid Head is now Heather's guardian. Meanwhile, John and Heather try to free Ned. They watch, and Pyramid Head wins.
Fatality.
Of course.
And the three of them are back in the fog world.
He's the paid
Ned
stripper. Of
stays
course
to
he
find
wins.
His wife. He tells his daughter to be free and start a new life. Ned tells John to look over Heather. Ned
What?
then walks off into the fog. This next part got me hyped in the theater because...
Who are you?
Haven't been this way in a long time. Travis Grady.
Travis Grady, let's go! Eventually, all three of them
Travis
leave Silent
Grady?
Hill. Thank God. I'm finally done with this movie. Hooray! Oh, and Pyramid Head is in the after end credits. I wonder where he's going. Again, this movie was straight
Okay.
ass. It stunk. The pacing.
This movie was doo-doo butters, cheeks opening up, expelling a cube of ass at us. Cause like, no way, man. That shit. So bad. Like the first one, fire. I vaguely remember it. But like, even the vague memories I have are more enjoyable than the clear memories I have of this movie. And it's crazy.
Story, characters, and direction of this movie made this feel as if it was a cash grab, which I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, look at the poster. It has 3D in that bit. It's the main selling point. What are we doing? This movie could have been good. Like, there are so many scenes from the game that could have adapted
Hell
better.
yeah. Drop them spoilers. Hit me. That scream got me, not gonna lie. Grilled cheese Alyssa. Or Cheryl, my bad.
Dad, I'm home.
Yeah, you're right. It really is dead ass for high schoolers.
I think we should... Dad?
Uh-oh. Not getting D-dadded. That's crazy. Guess she got promoted to orphan.
This one really set me off. Did you see how different and sad that scene was? How impactful it felt? In the game, she loses her dad, filled with sadness and rage. So much rage, she yells at Douglas to leave.
I'm fine, so just get out of here and leave me alone already.
But this damn movie... Or that jump scare in the dream sequence at the Lakeside Amusement Park. Like, did we really need that? And not only that, but a big ass clown head as well. Lame.
For some reason.
Corny, googly. In the Silent Hill 3 game, there's no bus stop and no high school, but there is Douglas. He does follow Heather in the first half of the game, but compared to Vincent, Jon Snow, Douglas follows her, but it didn't feel the same compared to his video game counterpart. And just like the game, I also like Douglas in the movie too. It's a shame how fast he died though. It's also a shame
he got
how Heather
hoed.
didn't feel as agitated or annoyed compared to her video game counterpart. When Heather was being followed, she straight up told Douglas to piss off.
Are you still following me? Do I have to scream?
Like, come on, bro. I know they explained it later in the movie, but why in the hell didn't she at least yell at Vincent to leave her alone? You mean to tell me a girl like Heather, who's part of Alessa, who was followed by members of a cult, doesn't find it at least strange that this other new student is constantly wanting to know her? Asking her all these damn questions? She
Word.
really should have pressed them, in my opinion. I mean, come on, it's Vincent! Oh, y'all probably don't know about actual Vincent. Boy, do I have news for you. Vincent is not as friendly as his Jon Snow movie counterpart. Sure, Vincent in the movie was set on a mission to retrieve Heather, but he revealed his purpose because he cared for her. Video game Vincent, on the other hand, is straight up a weirdo. Not only is he a weirdo,
Oh boy.
he's a literal adult. Me personally, I think it's strange
Oh.
that these two develop some sort of romantic relationship.
You know
within
what?
the
Low
movie,
key,
you know,
yeah.
compared to their video game counterparts. Heather is not touching that thing with a 20-foot pole.
That's what you called me, isn't it?
And who are you?
The name's Vincent. Don't forget it, okay? I guess crazy old hag is a bit harsh. She was your mother after all.
My mother? What do you mean?
You don't remember? So Harry didn't tell you anything. I guess he hid the truth.
Yeah, no, dead ass. Now that you bring it up, why did they have them get together in some shape or form in the movie? That's fucking weird. Like, I don't understand why they had to shoehorn the romance plot into this movie. It just doesn't fit. It's so fucking weird. I don't get it. And then the whole, like, at the end, oh, well, take care of my daughter, I guess. See ya. Like, the fuck? What are we doing? I don't understand. It's confusing me.
That figures. He's a pretty sneaky guy.
Don't talk about my dad like that!
Sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, that's right. Back off, nigga.
Calm down. You feel excited when you step on them and snuff out their lives.
Knock that weirdo out.
Talking about the monsters?
Don't worry. It's just a joke.
Diabolical joke. What the fuck?
You see what I mean? Why did they make him a damn love interest? Why? Is it because it's Kit Harington? Also, what's up with Pyramid Head being Alessa's guardian and executioner? Again, sounds familiar.
Gotta pay the stripper. I gotta pay the stripper. You gotta pay him. He's there for a reason, you know what I'm saying? He gotta show off that boom bam pop, you know what I'm saying? We know why Pyramid Head shows up and stuff now. We know it. We know it.
Now, if I'm not mistaken,
We know.
Pyramid Head is James's executioner, or desire for
He be hitting it.
And technically, isn't he his guardian despite trying to kill him? I'm only asking because I saw this from the creator, Masahiro Ito. The creature is still so abstract as James's delusion, reflecting the thing he did. But the delusion gets close to the point every time he encounters a new creature in the journey. Pyramid Head is taking away the delusion's creatures to avoid his falling into the abyss. Taking away the delusion's creatures to avoid his falling into the abyss. So I'm probably reaching here, but trying to help someone avoid falling into the pit of the abyss. Sounds like you're protecting them. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. When I was in the theater watching this, I think that was the
Yes, that does sound like you're protecting someone. I'm not gonna lie. That's what it sounds like.
start of me losing faith in this movie was the corny jump scare. At that point of the movie, I'm sitting here like, okay, it's fine. Just one corny jump scare from a rabbit who's not really supposed to move at all. Listen, you gotta hear me out. My mom, not being a fan of the game, but a fan of the first movie, wanted to see this movie, as did I. So we went to see it as a family, and it was so bad that, oh my god. During half of the movie, I looked to my mother, and she literally looked like this. This movie suffers the same issue like the Resident Evil Apocalypse movie. They
Oh my
had a good
God.
casting for the character, but the movie was not good at all. I tried rewatching that movie with one of my friends a couple years back, and one of them deadass fell asleep. I shit you not.
Hey, yo.
So, as I was working on this video, almost finishing it, they released another Return to Silent Hill movie trailer. And I'm looking at it now, and I have mixed feelings about it. It's like they just cannot get this shit right. And it's made by Christopher Gans this time, but it's giving me the vibe of Silent Hill Revelation. Only time will tell. I guess I have to wait till January to see if it's good or not. Until next time, guys, see you later.
Alright. W video. And we will be there for the reaction when you eventually drop that next Silent Hill movie video. It's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. You just said it.
Until next time.
You just said it. January.
I have to wait till January to see if it's good.
Caught in 4K. You have to do it now. You're trapped now, nigga. Alright. Good video. Hell yeah. Gotta get that motivation in. We're gonna leave a like too. Got you, man. Alright. It's a good point to end that recording off as well.